going to take a look at the missing confirmations function in SAP. The missing confirmation function happens or is enabled when cartons leave the line and they're not scanned for confirmation. PCF, we kind of made a rule that if an item is put away, then obviously it was made. So if we encounter a carton that's scanned and put into a bin, and the confirmation, production order confirmation, is not processed via the scanner, we'll flag it as missed. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. It's pretty easy. First thing I'm looking at is I'm in ZDPT for this order, and it shows our activity against it. You're going to notice this carton here has a missing confirmation flag. What that simply means is you'll notice that it has a goods receipt date and time, and it doesn't have a confirmation date and time. So this carton was scanned off and put into a trailer by a material handler and not processed by the production line. And I'll go through and show you how that happens. But before we do that, I'm going to go into the transaction and show you. In ZDPT, we actually do those. You'll see an option for missing confirmations. If you initially log on to ZDPT, yours will look like this. You'll notice that missing confirmations is missing. Again, we only allow certain functions for certain users. But if you're in that role to process these, what you can simply do is go into your user profile and data. And under your parameters, it is ZDPT2, and it's permissions for confirmations in ZDPT. And what you'll do is put a capital X in there. And that will enable that function for your user ID. So now when I go to ZDPT, you will see missing confirmations. And again, this is going to be used to post confirmations that were missed. Okay? So now, if I go into, I don't want to confuse you here, if I go into ZDPT for plant 25 and say, show me my missed confirmations, it's going to show me all the confirmations that were missed. And you'll notice that our example here, carton number 12 for this order, is on this list. It's right here. Okay? So this simply says here's all the cartons that were processed and not put away. Okay? So what I'm going to do here is show you how the system reacts when it happens. So I have carton number 2 here. We have no confirmation activity. We have no goods receipt activity. Okay? Now, off the screen, what I'm doing is I'm going to go into the goods receipt transaction, and I'm going to process the receipt for carton number 2, which is right here. So I am scanning this and bring it up for you. I'm scanning this confirmation to a truck, and I'm going to post it. So we have carton number 2, which is here for this order, and I'm going to post this. Okay, and the label is posted. Now, we now have a carton that has left the production area that wasn't scanned by the production confirmation folks, the material handlers. So when I refresh this, you're going to see carton number 2 now has a goods receipt date and time, trailer 96, and now you're going to notice it's now flagged as a missing confirmation. So when I go to my ZDP transaction for missing confirmations, putting in my plant, the idea behind this is when you post these records, they'll fall off of this screen. So your plant should be enough selection criteria. And you're going to notice that for that order, carton number 2 is now also processed, also listed. Okay. What I'm simply going to do is select the line and hit process confirmations. Give you a little warning and say, hey, you're about to post some confirmations. You want to continue. Okay. If the record is successful, you'll see this message. If not, you'll get an error message, and you can see in the error message what the issue is. Okay. The screen refreshes, and for 4918344, you're going to notice that cart number 2 is now gone because it's been posted. If I go back to my ZDPT in my display records option, you're going to see cart number 2 now has been posted for confirmation and for goods receipt. And that's all there is to it. You want to keep your queue empty, look at it multiple times during the day, and certainly clear it out by the end of the day. If you have any questions, feel free to contact support at pcf.com. Thank you.